How do you ask questions with MAYROON, MERON, and MAY? Well, stick around and find out. Kumusta po kayo? In the last videos, we have discussed MAYROON, MERON, and MAY, which mean to have or to possess and to exist or to indicate the existence or presence of something and to express the state of being of a person. We also learned that the opposite of MAYROON, MERON, and MAY is the word wala, which means nothing or the absence of something. In this video, we will tackle how to ask the questions using MAYROON, MERON, and MAY and learn how to respond in the positive and in the negative. There are several ways or patterns to ask questions with MAYROON, MERON, and MAY. Here's the lowdown. There's a question pattern for asking about possession and the state of being using MAYROON and MERON. There's also a question pattern for asking about possession and the state of being using MAY. There's also a different set of question patterns using the second person singular pronoun ka for asking about possession and the state of being using MAYROON and MERON. There's also a different set of question patterns for MAY. And there's a set of patterns for asking questions on the existence of something for MAYROON and MERON and a different one for MAY. Suffice it to say, the rules can be challenging to master, but that can be overcome. What is not challenging and quite easy is that there's only one way to respond to the many question patterns. Well, it's actually two because we can respond in the positive or in the negative. We'll cover that later. So, let's get right on to it and not waste time because this is shaping up to be an exhaustive video. But before we begin, please make sure that you are subscribed if you're still not by hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you'd be updated of new videos. Alright? Now, let's begin. Simulan na natin. Our first pattern is about possession using MAYROON and MERON. Just remember that MAYROON and MERON are interchangeable. Let's take a look. The pattern is MAYROON or MERON plus the question marker ba plus the subject pronoun or the subject noun plus ligature plus the object. Remember, MAYROON and MERON are interchangeable. Here are some examples. Mayroon ba siyang kotse? Does he or she have a car? Meron ba tayong oras? Do we have time? Mayroon ba si Arianang kapatid na babae? Does Ariana have a sister? Meron ba sina Peter at June na sariling negosyo? Do Peter and June have their own business? June ends in a consonant, so the ligature is na. Got it? Ayos ba? The same pattern is used for the state of being using MAYROON and MERON. Mayroon ba siyang sakit? Is he or she sick? Mayroon ba tayong utang na loob sa kanya? Do we owe him any debt of gratitude? Mayroon ba kaming silbi? Literally, do we have a use? Which is how we ask, are we useful? Meron ba silang kaya? Literally, do they have ability? Which is how we ask, are they rich? Got it? For some unexplainable reason, the use of MAY in Tagalog has evolved differently. It uses a different set of patterns. For one, they're kind of in reverse. The pattern for possession is MAY plus object plus the question marker ba plus subject pronoun or the subject noun. Let's take a look. May kotse ba ikaw? Do you have a car? May gagawin ba tayo? Do we have anything to do? May utang ba kami? Do we owe someone money? May problema ba si Marie? Does Marie have a problem? May pinapanood ba sina Peter at June? Are Peter and June watching anything? The same pattern is used for state of being using may. Let's take a look. May tama ba ikaw? Are you drunk? May sakit ba si June? Is June sick? May sayad ba si Rose? Is Rose crazy? May alam ba si Ed? Is Ed smart? Ayos ba? So far, so good. Before I move on, I'd just like to bring you back to our lesson on personal pronouns. You will remember that for Group 1 pronouns, Tagalog has two versions of the second person singular, ikaw and ka. That's right, Tagalog has two versions of the pronoun you in English. The pronoun ikaw uses the patterns we have just discussed. Ka, on the other hand, uses a different set. Let's start with the question pattern for possession using mayroon and meron with the pronoun ka. The pattern is mayroon or meron plus the subject pronoun ka plus the question marker ba plus ligature plus the object. Here goes. Mayroon ka bang kotse? Do you have a car? Meron ka bang pusa? Do you have a cat? Meron ka bang gagawin? Do you have anything to do? Meron ka bang sasabihin? Do you have anything to say? The same pattern is used for state of being using mayroon and meron with the pronoun ka. Mayroon ka bang sakit? Are you sick? Meron ka bang alam? Are you smart? Mayroon ka bang kaya? Are you rich? Meron ka bang sayad? Are you crazy? Ayos ba? Nasusundan niyo ba? Are you following it? As you might expect, there's a different pattern using may. And it's kind of in the reverse of the previous pattern. So, here's the pattern for possession using may with the pronoun ka. May plus object plus subject pronoun ka plus the question marker ba. Here goes. May kotse ka ba? Do you have a car? May pusa ka ba? Do you have a cat? May gagawin ka ba? Do you have anything to do? May sasabihin ka ba? Do you have anything to say? As you might expect, it's the same pattern for the state of being using may with the pronoun ka. May sakit ka ba? Are you sick? May sayad ka ba? Are you crazy? May kaya ka ba? Are you rich? May alam ka ba? Are you smart? Ayos ba? We have covered the question patterns for possession and state of being for mayroon and meron and for may with the pronoun ka. There's just one more set of question patterns we need to discuss, and this set is for existence of something. Thankfully, they don't use pronouns. There's a question pattern for mayroon and meron, and the pattern is mayroon or meron plus question marker ba plus ligature plus the object plus the location. Let's try. Mayroon bang tao sa bahay? Literally, is there a person in the house? Which is how we ask, is anyone in the house? Meron bang bata sa palaruan? Is there a child in the playground? Mayroon bang mga estudyante sa eskwelahan? Are there students in the school? Meron bang mga pasahero sa bus? Are there passengers in the bus? And you've guessed it, there's a pattern for existence using may. The pattern is may plus object plus question marker ba plus location. May tao ba sa bahay? Is there anyone in the house? May sayawan ba sa loob? Is there dancing inside? May fiesta ba sa lugar ninyo? Is there a fiesta in your place? May mga pagkain ba sa kusina? Are there food in the kitchen? Admittedly, asking questions with mayroon, meron, and may can be confusing, but it can be overcome. I hope this video helps. But the best way really to master it, or Tagalog in general, is to practice with your Filipino friends, partners, and family members. They will be more than happy to help you. And oh, in case you're wondering how to respond to any of the question patterns we have discussed, well, I have good news for you. That's the easy part. To reply in the positive, simply say, Oo, mayroon, or Oo, meron, but not Oo, may. That does not exist. Got it? Now, to reply in the negative, simply say, wala. If you wish to complete your response, you can add the phrase included in the question, like, Oo, meron akong kotse, or wala, wala siyang pera. We have learned these phrases or sentences in the last two videos. So, combining the things we learned in those videos with the things we learned in this one, you are on your way to using mayroon, meron, and may. That's about it for now. I hope you learned something new today. And if you did, please hit the like button because that will help this channel be recommended to more people, thus helping this channel grow. All right? I'd like to thank Tan who requested for this topic. If you have questions on Tagalog, please write it down in the comment section below and I will do my best to respond. I will see you next time. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.